Comic relief characters can be tricky to write, so here are 3 tips for writing them, using the greatest comic relief character ever, Sokka, as a reference. Hi, I'm Haley. I'm an author and a total bookworm. Let's get into it. Tip number 1 is purpose. Having the character exist in the story simply to provide jokes usually isn't a good enough reason for them to be there. Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender is the comic relief character of the show, but he's also the planner. Throughout the series, but particularly later on, he is in charge of the scheduling. In the episodes leading up to the Day of Black Sun, he has his master schedule and is quite dedicated to keeping the team on track, which is quite helpful as Team Avatar is very distractible. But the point of this is that he's not just there to make the audience laugh. He has an actual in-world purpose. Tip number 2 is competence. I don't like it when the comic relief characters are dumb. Not only do I just not find that type of comedy to be particularly entertaining, it circles back to my first point. Why would the other characters be dragging someone who has to constantly be rescued from themselves around on a quest that would very likely be life-threatening, even if everyone was incredibly competent from the get-go? Sokka is another goofball, but he's also competent. He's not the best fighter in existence, but he's decent. And he's smart and a good planner. He can take care of himself. Yeah, he will occasionally do kind of dumb things, see the cactus juice incident. But he's also a teenage boy, and those parts aren't what define his character. Tip number 3 is development. At the start of the show, Sokka is very sexist, something he gets called out on fairly often. But throughout the series, he grows and matures a lot. He has very well done character development. This point is less related to him being the comic relief character and more related to him being a character. But that's my point. The comic relief characters are still characters and should be treated as such. Sokka doesn't lose any of his wacky sense of humor throughout his growth, but he does become a better, more mature person. Having flaws and overcoming, or at least making progress on them, is a large part of what endears an audience to a character. So, in conclusion, comic relief characters needed to be treated as actual characters, because that's what they are. They need to have a purpose, a proper reason for being in the plot. If your character suddenly decided to stop making any jokes whatsoever, would there still be a reason for them to be there? Characters should be multifaceted. Any character should have strengths and weaknesses and growth. Now go watch some Avatar.